Hello everyone, I'm Krasi, and this will be my prediction for the next 2 weeks to come after this very, very powerful full moon, which is happening on the axis of Capricorn Cancer. Now, this is according to the sidereal astrology, which is astronomical. So astronomically, this axis is the axis of the full moon on the 1st of August. 1st, 2nd of August. Now, of course, as you know, the ancient sidereal astrology is very much taking into account every single degree, especially the different projections on stars and constellations on the ecliptic, which is the path of the sun, or other points of the zodiac. So we're looking again with this full moon at the specific degrees, which are very interesting because during this full moon, the sun is in the 14 degrees of Cancer, where you have the nebula of Cancer. The sun in Cancer in general is very interesting, very mysterious, very spiritual, of course, but we have there the nebula, just the last degrees of the nebula of Cancer. You know, astronomically, a nebula is a cloud. It is a point. This is the nebula on the stomach of the Cancer, Presepe. This nebula is not very benevolent, to tell you, and it is about mysticism. It is a bit, it's a bit cloudy place. And then the moon, on the other hand, is conjoined, not in a very tight relationship, conjunction, but the moon is with Pluto and is classically considered to be fallen in Capricorn. Again, of course, 14 degrees of Capricorn, which degrees are term or section of the zodiac ruled by Jupiter. Thus, these are light, benevolent degrees, and these degrees are considered to be with good, light degrees. They give good, so this is a good sign. But the moon is fallen, so well, fallen, how the moon can be fallen, always when we speak about fallen moon or fallen sun, I am a little bit doubtful, because the moon is equally powerful in any single degree or zodiacal sign. But anyhow, this moon in Capricorn is in benevolent degrees. Yes, maybe not as powerful as she would have been in her exaltation point in Taurus, let's say. But still, this full moon is about what? In Capricorn, we have very decent, powerful, clairvoyant degrees. Decent, light degrees, like I mentioned, the point where the moon is, and then we have the mysticism of the sun. What we also have is the aspect of Jupiter, which is benevolent, and the moon is next to Saturn, which would say that we may be a little bit worried for no reason, with a little bit of disturbed sleep, maybe for no reason, worries, melancholy. These degrees can cause to some people, this can cause a bit of low self-esteem. But once again, because of the fallen position of the moon, because of the next place, because Saturn is next to the moon, and because Pluto is conjunct with the moon. But from these degrees, which we can benefit with spiritual activities, agriculture work, taking care of the ground, being engaged into activities like working with plants, natural sciences. So this actually can be very, very good time. So, of course, as usual, we will be looking at every day from the full moon to the next, what they call new moon, and the first appearance of the moon. So let's look at the next 2 weeks. What will they be giving us? So actually, we're looking already from 1st of August, which is the 14th lunar day. I mentioned where the moon is positioned. Now, I also mentioned to you, as usual, that some people really feel very well and very active and very productive when there is a full moon. I personally love the full moons, but some people feel nervous and anxious and worried. You will see, I'm sure that you have history of all those full moons, and especially if you paid attention, you will know how they work on you. But with spiritual activities, with meditation, connection with nature, you can definitely benefit a lot from these energies. Anyhow, the 1st of August, 14th lunar day is when this is taking place. And what can we do? First of all, with the full moon, the second part of the moon of the month is starting. And from this point, the moon is decreasing her light. So we have waning moon. So during waning moon, I do not recommend any new initiative, any new activity, never. If it would be about my business, and let's say I want to start something new, a new business, I would certainly wait minimum 15 days. So during these next 15 days, 14 days, it's not really recommendable to start important new initiatives. Of course, spiritual activities, study, teaching, even you can travel during this, on this day. You can work, I said, in your garden. You know, you can do a lot. Medical interventions, I do not recommend on the 1st of August. But you can do a lot in terms of study, sharing your knowledge. You can also do a lot to organize, let's say, your work, your administration. And this is a Wednesday, a Tuesday, day of Mars. So if you want to be connected with the planetary days, you welcome the sun. You know, Mars is ruling the day. You imagine a red aura around yourself, and you can wear a red coral. And now we're looking at 2nd of August, which is Wednesday, 15th lunar day. The moon is in a very tight conjunction with Saturn opposition Mars. On this day, I'm certainly not recommending you to travel, to do medical interventions. Of course, you can arrange your work, agriculture, connect with nature, do spiritual work, help others. You may be you feel a bit worried, melancholic. Well, don't allow it. The connection with nature and the trees will certainly decrease this feeling. It's a day of Mercury. You welcome the sun. You know, Mercury is ruling the day. You imagine the aura around yourself is, let's say, light green, and you can wear an emerald. And now we look at already Thursday, 3rd of August, which is 16th lunar day. Same thing. Well, not exactly the same, because it's a day of Jupiter. And if you welcome the sun, you know, Jupiter is ruling the day. You can wear the aura that you imagine around yourselves can be orange, and you can wear, let's say, citrine. And you, on this day, no new initiatives, maybe no travel, no medical interventions, work in the nature, walk in the nature, healing practices is good to do, meditation, spiritual activities, you know, like that. And now we have, oops, I mentioned Thursday. We have Friday, which is 4th of August, 17th lunar day, more benevolent day. Medical interventions you can do, if not invasive, great for spiritual practices, meditation, helping others, spending time in the temple. You can, well, healing you can do, travel you can do. This is day ruled by Venus. You welcome the sun. You know, Venus is ruling the day. You imagine pink or white aura around yourselves, and you can wear pink quartz. And now you have Saturday, 5th of August, 18th lunar day. Quite similar would be we can, you can do not really very extreme medical interventions, but still you can do healing, you can travel, you can work in the nature, you can do agriculture, you can do spiritual practices, teach others, study, no new initiatives. It's a day of Saturn. You welcome the sun. You know, Saturn is ruling the day. And you can imagine when you welcome the sun, amethyst color aura around yourself, and you can wear amethyst. And now we have Sunday, 6th of August, 19th lunar day. Oh, I'm in the dark. Oh, you don't see. No, maybe. I'm very sorry. So it is 6th of August, Sunday, 19th lunar day. It is a Sunday, day of the sun. Let's say you welcome the sun, you know, the sun is ruling the day. You imagine red aura around yourselves. You can always expose your spine to the healing energies of the sun. And you can wear red ruby. What can we do on this day? It's actually a very benevolent day for, you can do healing, medical interventions, travel, sports, activities. You can also do certain medical works. I said you can work in the nature. You can do a lot. You can even negotiate. It's a very interesting aspect on the sky. New initiatives, no. Like maintenance work at home you can do. And it is, I mentioned already, Sunday. Now we look at the next lunar day, which is Monday, 7th of August, 20th lunar day. Again, the moon is in a very benevolent position for healing, medical practices, medical interventions, sports, maintenance work at home, no new initiatives, travel, negotiations. All this you can do. It is a Monday, day of the moon. You welcome the moon. You welcome the sun. You know, the moon is ruling the day, so you can imagine light green aura around yourself, and you can wear pearl, very appropriate. And now we have Tuesday, 8th of August, 21st lunar day, always critical a little bit, always considered to be critical, but on the other hand, very good position of the moon for beauty work, for medical interventions you can do, but not really invasive, because Saturn is making an aspect. Also, if you do beauty procedures, they should not be invasive, like surgeries. But still, the moon is in exaltation point, beautiful, very good day for studies, teaching others, working in agriculture work, planting flowers, even working with flowers, with beauty, creation of beauty, design work, teaching others, studying, very good, you know. It's actually a very good day. It's a Tuesday, day of Mars. You welcome the sun. You know, Mars is ruling the day. And you imagine the aura around yourself to be red, and you can wear garnet, let's say. And then we have 22nd lunar day, which is 9th of August, which is Wednesday, day of Mercury. You welcome the sun, you know. Mercury is ruling the day. You imagine light green aura around yourself, and you can wear an emerald. Great day for, you know, studies, communication. Again, you can certainly work, do agriculture work with flowers, with beauty, craftsman's work, beauty work, but you cannot do invasive medical interventions or invasive beauty procedures. Beauty procedures you can do, but they shouldn't be invasive. The day is great to teach others, to help others, to create beauty, really very good. And to study, it's a Wednesday. and to teach others and to convey a message, media work, and so on. And then we have 10th of August, which is Thursday, 23rd lunar day. And it's good to complete projects, to complete businesses. If you do, let's say, medical intervention or beauty procedures, they shouldn't be invasive. You can do, but shouldn't be invasive. You can do design work, beauty, paint, sing. It's a day ruled by Jupiter because it's a Thursday. You welcome the sun, you know, Jupiter is ruling the day. You can imagine the aura around yourself to be yellow, and you can wear citrine. No new beginnings on this day. Completion of things would be more appropriate. And now we have 11th of August, which is Friday. And it is the 24th lunar day, really day for completion. Try to complete studies, to do closure of things, like finishing touch on things, on projects which are intellectual, media, study, like that. On this day, you can travel, media work, yes, I mentioned. You can negotiate, you can also do medical intervention, certainly you can. Sports work, you can do. Actually, it's a very good day for business, for completion of projects I mentioned, but for business, for commercial work, you may have very good results. It's a Friday, day of Venus. You welcome the sun. You know, Venus is ruling the day, and you imagine the aura around yourself to be pink, and you can wear a tourmaline, let's say. And now we have the 12th of August, which is Saturday, and the moon is already really reaching a closure of the month. 25th lunar day, again, closure projects, finishing studies, finishing of anything. Try to use this day to help you with ease to finalize things, to finalize commercial or communication work, let's say, or administrative work. Medical interventions you can do. Sports activities, very, very appropriate. Negotiations you can do. Travel you can do. Good for completion, I said, of business. Good for maintenance work, let's say at home, at work. It's Saturday, you welcome the sun, you know. The day is ruled by Saturn, so you imagine the aura around yourself to have amethyst color, and you can wear an amethyst. And now let's see if we're already talking about Sunday and almost completion of the month. So it is 13th, Sunday, 13th of August, excuse me, yes, 26th, 27th lunar day. And the moon is really, this is the last lunar day of the month, truly a day of completion of stuff, and Venus is preparing to become visible, and the moon is approaching Venus in Cancer. It is good then, very appropriate for meditation, helping others, spiritual work, spending time at home with parents. It is also good for studies, teaching, study projects, but for completion. This is really day already you complete, not to start anything new, not good for medical interventions. It is a Sunday, day of the sun. You welcome the sun, you know, the sun is giving you energies of health, you know, energies to support your overall health, spine, immune system. And you imagine the red aura around yourself of the sun, and you can wear a ruby. And the next day already will be the day of the invisible moon, and with this we're having 3 days of lunar invisibility, and which would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 14th, 15th, 16th of August. And these 3 days of the lunar invisibility, you know, are always considered critical. It's never very good to travel on these 3 days, never very good to do new initiatives, to do surgical interventions. So you may need to be a little bit careful. As I usually mention, the ancients during these 3 days of the month would spend time in the temple or on their own and would do mainly spiritual work. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is about the 15 days starting from the full moon until the days of the invisible moon. See you with my next video, where I will be telling you about, again, about the free will. It is needed because I spoke about free will, the free will very recently, but now it will be particularly about this time that we live in now, because just recently we had our interview with Osher. He spoke a lot about the coming financial jail, which they want to implement on us. And actually, this is not necessarily to be the case. And I feel like explaining. So see you very soon.